Alright guys, so this is everything you're going to need to build this bike rod holder. I got spray paint to paint it, PVC cement to glue it together, two 1.5 inch pieces about 13 inches long. I have a 1/2 inch piece of PVC, two 1.5 inch tees, 1.5 inch to 1/2 inch reducer, a plug, 1.5 inch plug, some hose clamps, sawzall to cut the pipe, tape measure, measure your cuts, and a Dremel to cut out the notches. So I'm gonna put it all together, explain it before I glue it, make sure everything fits right. So I assembled it with no glue just to see if this is what I wanted. I have my 1/2 inch pipe here into my 1.5 inch reducer to 1/2 inch. So that's the reducer. Into the T. This is a 1.5 inch T. A little separator piece so my rods aren't touching each other. And this T, this could really just be a 90, but I wanted to do a T because I think that there will be a little bit more room in here, whereas if it's a 90 you kind of lose some of that space in the curve, I think. So I got a cap here on the end, or a plug, 1.5 inch. So I think this is what I'm going to do, and so now I'm going to glue it together and then cut my notches out with the Dremel, and so go from there. I just cut my notches into the PVC pipe for the rod holder. Depending on what kind of rods you use will dictate how long you want this piece to be and how deep you want your notch to be. So I use the Dremel to cut this out. It's pretty easy, and I didn't do mine very big. I tested it in my rod. It's maybe 2 inches by 1 inch or something like that. So this works for my rod, but again, depending on what kind of rods you're using will dictate the dimensions of this piece. Okay guys, so we got it all glued together. 2 rod holders, cap, reducer, 1/2 inch, little middle piece there. So I used the stuff that you don't have to prime it, you just do it, but when you do it, be careful because this glue dries very quickly, so make sure you hold it in place. Make sure you have some rags. As you can see, it's kind of messy. Don't get it on your hands, but it holds really well. It's very strong, and this doesn't have to be that strong. It won't be under pressure, so you know, fishing rods don't weigh that much, so don't worry too much about that. But make sure you use a lot of glue. Everything's sealed up nice and tight. So I'm going to paint it and then let it dry, and it'll be ready to go. Okay guys, so here's the finished product. 2 hose clamps on the 1/2 inch pipe to the bike frame. Just those little screw-on hose clamps. All you need is a flathead screwdriver. Very easy. It's pretty sturdy. You gotta do them pretty tight so that it doesn't twist. Rod holder. Boom. Move around earlier.